How's it going, everyone? I'm Al, and here's some more StarCraft 2. Our first player we're looking at is an old classic. His name is Classic from South Korea. Now his opponent, you may not have heard of him, but he's a good player. Let's have a look, and it is Rex. So, Classic, obviously, playing forever, he's been around. He's won a bunch of things. If you've followed StarCraft a lot, you'll know about him. Obviously, he still hasn't quite hit his peak after coming back from the military. But that's why I'm interested in seeing what he does, because I always enjoyed watching Classic play him. Very good player. Rex, on the other hand, he is a slightly lesser known. You know, if you're just a casual StarCraft viewer, you probably won't know him. But he is from Taiwan, and in that region, he is the third highest player. So Taiwan also has players like Nice, and yeah, they can play some nice games. All right, I need to stop. These puns are getting out of hand. But yeah, we'll see. It is a Zerg versus Protoss, and this is a matchup that I really enjoy seeing. So far, everything seems very standard, and we'll have to see how these players take it towards the mid and the late game. At this stage, Classic just going for a classic gateway into Nexus, and now he's going to go for the Cybercore. There it is. We'll see what his tech is as soon as the Cybercore finishes. Rex, on the other hand, he has gone for hatch first into a gas, and now the pool is busy completing. Very tight, nothing out of the ordinary for both players. Yeah, having a great time. Couple of queens, fallings. Map is Data C, so we can expect a nice macro game from these two. Data C does tend to lead itself into good macro games. But Classic has, you know, from the few games that I've casted over him, he's done some strange stuff. So I'm very interested in seeing the style that he approaches. Now, to give you a little bit of background about it, when Classic was in the military, Hero came back and he completely threw out the rulebook for Protoss versus Zerg. Classic, for the most part, is embracing that style, where it's not necessarily rushing to the highest tech units, but going full eco into gateway units. Yeah, so we'll see what he does with this Stargate. Gonna be an Oracle, I reckon. There it is. Oracle's gonna see what it can get done. At the same time, the Adept is just poking in, having a little bit of a look around. I was gonna say if he's gonna finish it. Overlord is being... yeah, these pillars on on Data C, they look like they should be full, but they're not. So if an Overlord's not careful, you know, some of these corners, it doesn't count as a high ground. It's a little bit strange. But yeah, I have a whole bunch of replays. I don't know if you saw my game that I casted yesterday, but I have a bunch of replays from the map contest. So I'm going to be kind of leaking those out every now and then. The Team Liquid map contest. Solid defense here. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, if you want to see those, then make sure to subscribe. But anyway, the Team Liquid map contest is essentially where our next maps get decided. So keep an eye on the channel if you're interested in that, and you might see some cool new maps being played. Double Oracle popping in 3. Ooh, that was a little bit low. There are spores. Whew. Whew. 13 health. Very low. Okay, and then we do see the Twilight as well as a Forge coming up. That leads me to think, and a bunch of gateways, that this is definitely going to be quite a heavy gateway style, using the oracles just to kind of move about. Although I'm saying that it could be some form of adept push. He's got 3 so far. I want to see if he morphs. There's blink. Never mind. Ignore what I was saying. Please be careful with that low Oracle Classic. Keeping the creep a little bit contained. So at this stage, Rex has not really given an indication of what he's going for. Why has he got so many workers here? Oh, that's his 4th base. It's not completed yet. But yeah, his eco is not looking bad. He's still very low in the gas, but his mineral saturation is looking really good. I mean, he's got 26. He's oversaturated here. So he's going to send those over to gas as soon as the gas is finished. The Baneling nest is coming up, so he's going to counter the style with some Banelings. Also, Banelings very good for run-bys, trying to get into the mineral lines, you know, things like that. Bit of a passive game to start for these two. Zerglings gonna poke away at this Nexus. Yeah, with the oracles up in the sky, those Zerglings die so quickly. Now Rex has decided that he is ready to get a little bit aggressive. So he's going full Lings. +1 is on the way for his Lings. +1 on the way for the Protoss as well. And at the same time, he's already going for, what's that, his 5th base? Okay. I like that. I like some good expansions. And he's making more Lings. He's just going to make Lings. We also see the Infestation Pit, which means that he's going to go up to Hive. Possibly into something like Lurkers. I don't know. Storm is on the way for Classic. I like Storm. I think Storm is a fantastic spell. And against Zerglings and Banelings, Storm just shreds them. Especially because I think they can die in one Storm. I may be wrong. Don't know the exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure a bunch of Lings can die if they get hit by the full duration of the Storm. Well, at least most of the duration of the Storm. Hide probe. The Zerglings are still here. The line of stalkers. Oh, they're making like a little ballet move. That's cute. +2 coming up. I wish my ladder games could look like this. You know, these players, I mean, obviously they match each other at skill. So they know that the other person can't defend. Or can defend, excuse me. So, you know, it's this gentle poking and prodding that ends up being not much. But they are both giving each other quite a nice amount of time. And I wish I had that when I played ladder. But I don't. Okay, there's a lot of High Templar, a lot of Storm. But at this stage, what's the Zerg army? The Zerg army is just Zerglings. Now there's 5, 6, somewhere there's a 7th Baneling on the way. So, Storm isn't done. Okay, that's a thing to keep in mind. But the minute Storm's done, I don't think this army's going to get too much done. A couple of Banelings trying to run through here, getting blocked by a Stalker. Good little warp in there by Classic. Yeah, he's defending solidly with a very low amount of units here. Gonna wait for these Banelings to pop out of stasis. There's an Archon. He's gonna walk right up to it and say hello. An Ultralisk Cavern. That's an interesting choice by Rex. Going for Ultras. So these Zealots, by the way, they are on a hold position. They are just there to get in the way of the Banelings as the Banelings try to get through. And if the Zealots take a couple of hits to the face, it's actually a more favorable trade for the Protoss. Because Banelings obviously cost gas. Zealots don't. Rex at the same stage, he is expanding like it's no one's business. His upgrades, he's got +3 melee upgrades. He's got his... Just finished his... No, he's got chitinous plating on the way, yeah. So, Adrenal Glands on the way. He is ready for a full melee army. And the nice thing about Ultras is Ultras don't really care about Storm. But they do still suck. For every other purpose, they kind of suck. There's 2 Overlords here. 2 Drop Lords with a bunch of Zerglings in them. These Stalkers get caught a little bit out of position. The rest of the Protoss army is going to come and help to defend. Bunch of Zerglings moving over here. 4 Dropper Lords worth of Zerglings going to hit in the main base. They are dropping down here. At the same time, there is a big attack coming in here. Ultras are going down. A bunch of probes are going down here. There's more on this side. There's chaos everywhere. Classic's just deciding, well, I'm not going to defend. I'm just going to push straight through because this means that you do not... Oh, big storm on the Banings. You do not have anything to defend at home. Couple of Ultras. That Ultra with the Queens is actually doing a lot. It is shredding through. And now it's dead. Okay, the Warpins at home seem to have dealt with the Zerglings. Yeah, and the Oracles. This army is still going through. There's a couple of storms left over. So although that damage is nice, big storm on the Queens, Classic looks like he's gonna have enough storms his own units. He doesn't even care. Alright, Rex does clean it up. This base still being attacked a little bit. Why are there drones? If the drones get lost. Okay, so both players taking a little bit of damage there. 16 drones, 10 probes. 2 of the Ultralisks. Yeah, I think overall, probably more favorable for Classic. You know, this base was already almost mined out. At this stage, he's going for a Phoenix. And double Robo. He did have double Robo, but that got taken out by the Zerglings. Is that why the one Phoenix is there? Just to chase down those. I like that. Banelings. Rex trying some creative tactics here, and I like it. Okay, so while the Zerglings unload there... Oh, I don't think this one's gonna make it. Oh, 2 Banelings get lost in the Dropper Lord. That's a bit unfortunate. Bunch of Zerglings still moving around. Now we've got... He's going for Immortals. Immortals, yeah, they're gonna work against Ultras. So Immortals with Zealot, Storm, Archon. Yeah, basic unit composition, but a good one. It is effective for a reason. Oh, a lot of Banelings hitting through. Yeah, some damage being dealt. 14 workers. That's a little bit more than some. But yeah, as much as you try to get cannons, a couple of well-placed Banelings, and that entire defensive position goes down. This army is now... There's almost no Zealots. There are no Zealots. It's just Archon, couple of Stalkers, High Templar, and 2 Immortals. I mean, this army is going to pack a punch. And Banelings are not going to do anything here. So, at the same time, the Zealots are moving up. They're getting caught by the Ultras. You don't want to hit the Zealots with your Ultras. No. You don't want to hit the Ultras with your Zealots. That's the one. Ugh. Confused my brain so early in the morning. I think Classic is just going to stomp over Rex now. He's actually moving out to the outer bases to get rid of it. But, yeah, Ultras are not going to stop this army. With these Immortals, with this amount of Archons, yeah, and the Zergling, you know, kind of backbone, they're also just going to be destroyed by Storm. Another Zealot run by coming through here. Let's go, Classic. You got enough. Just go kill him. He's recalling. For some reason. I don't even know where he recalled to. Okay, so he's scared of this aggression from the Zerg player. Classic just playing it super safe. Like, I think he's really in the lead here, but he's just taking it easy, not rushing it. Very good if you're a Protoss ladder. Wow, a Protoss on the ladder. Sometimes these type of approaches where you methodically work through it. I mean, he does lose the base. Classic's not going to be scared to engage this army, well, unless that Immortal gets caught there. Rex is now the one who's trying to run this Protoss army around, and he's actually doing quite a good job of it. Just some of those High Templar killed the Zergling with their actual attack, their auto attack. That's funny. Alright, we're waiting for the big engagement. It's gonna happen now, but Rex is avoiding it. He's just trying to get some damage done on the outer sides of the bases. Classic needs to be quite careful, but these ultras are going to be caught, and the engagement is upon him. A couple of storms go down. That's a million banelings that go down to some Archons. A good flank on the other side, but ultralists, they just don't work. And a GG. Classic finally pulls down the victory after being attacked by a whole bunch of ultralisks. That was a very interesting one, a little bit passive, but yeah, a nice methodical approach from Classic, which I think is a really good way to play. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to leave a like rating and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.